Almost 2 years ago, I closed down my fashion brand, and this Friday, the 26th of July, it's reopening with a 7-piece capsule collection. And today I'm going to show you through everything. There's going to be some really good clothes in this video. And whilst I get ready, I just wanted to talk to you about the brand, why I started the brand, and talk about why I closed down the brand and why I'm back. So if you just like to watch the clothes, skip forward. But in the meantime, to go back to the beginning, I did a degree in costume design and making and sort of really learnt how to make clothes. I did a little stint in working for wardrobes, film, theatre, styling, music videos, all that kind of thing. And it wasn't for me, but I'd learned how to make clothes and I really enjoyed making my own clothes and had this little, pipe dream of having my own fashion brand. So I actually started out by hand making swimwear and did that for a little while, had a little handmade to order swimwear brand, and decided if I can, it gave me a little bit of confidence. I was like, I can sell clothes. Well, if I can sell swimwear, which I don't really care for, I feel like I could sell women's wear. And this was during sort of the rise of influencers and Instagram and all that kind of thing. And I thought, I will post pictures of me wearing it, because I already sort of posted fashion content and had a small following, and I thought, well, I'll post more fashion content and use it as a way to advertise my brand. So sort of alongside the brand growing, I also became a content creator. And this was around 2019. I feel like in 2020, the brand sort of really started, doing well. I mean, it's still me on my own, the brand's never been really big, but I was getting into the swing of things. I was working with a factory in London and things were going well. Fast forward to 2022 when I closed the fashion brand. Sorry, my camera just filmed a load of that in slow motion, so jumping to my makeup being done, but back to when I closed the brand in 2022, and this was down to 3 reasons, lots of little reasons, but let's split them up into 3 reasons. So one was logistics, basically the sort of back end of the brand, the factory, the warehouse, and all my kind of supply chain was a bit of a mess. It just wasn't working. I was using, so for example, the link between the fabrics and the factory and then getting them to the warehouse, it was very janky, not seamless. And the factory itself, whilst they were amazing, talented, lovely people, for sure had just outgrown them. They didn't have a sort of all-inclusive service, and it did take them longer to do the amount of pieces I wanted than a bigger factory would. So it had just become quite a time-consuming mess for me, and I needed to work on making new contacts and new factories and stuff like that. And I tried other new factories, but things weren't quite right. Now, the second thing, which I feel uncomfortable talking about because I'm British, and I don't know if I'm oversharing here, but YouTube fam, just keep this between us, okay? So I had a meeting in late 2021 with a fashion brand consultant and this other guy who's worked on building big brands, and he looked through the whole brand basically, and he said, wow, it's doing amazing, but your profit margins are shocking. Everything needed a revamp. And this was another thing, again, to do with the supply chain where things weren't working. So basically money was an issue, finances. I am a creative. I love creative things, and I had really neglected that side of things. That was a big mistake. Don't do that. I love making clothes. I love talking about them. I love all that kind of side of it, visual side of it. And numbers are not my forte, to the point that that year I developed terrible anxiety, but was trying to be on top of the numbers. And as soon as I would sit down to look at them, I would become really dizzy and sick. That's terrible, isn't it? My body was rejecting doing it. but I'm on top of it now, don't worry. So the third reason, the big reason, because I could have kept on doing the brand despite of all these things, obviously, just worked my way out of it. But what happened was I got incredibly burnt out, and I just had this overwhelming feeling that I was a failure, that the brand was a failure. I loved working on this brand so much, and I felt like I'd really let myself down, and I just got into an absolute hole, as you can imagine, and could not climb my way out of it. Just needed space and time. And it took me a long time to realise that I didn't need to announce that the brand had failed and was closing forever. I just needed to say, I'm taking 5 minutes. The 5 minutes turned out to be almost 2 years, but it's what I needed. So that was 2022. In 2023, I began working on things again. We also moved into our house and I started the reno and all that kind of thing. Got back to working on the brand, making new contacts, trying to find new factories and all things like that. And then last summer, my dad was diagnosed with cancer. So again, I was back in the hole. Things took a pause. So earlier this year, I then again started and really I just had clarity, finally. So I found a new factory, 7 pieces I've designed. I've also got other stuff in the pipeline for a couple of months down the road. And yeah, it relaunches this Friday. I kind of can't believe it, it's back, but yeah, really, really happy. Let's talk about the 7 pieces that are launching in this collection. Okay. Introducing the Fuchsia Shore tailored trousers in brown. Now, Fuchsia Shore has always done sort of tailored trousers. They're a real staple in my wardrobe, and I really felt as though I was just missing a pair of trousers in this beautiful brown colour. I love this colour. I've loved it for summer this year, but I also feel like it's just going to be huge in autumn, and I really like the idea of an all year round trouser. So these are a size 10 and I measure as a size 8, so these ones are a bit bigger than me, but I still love them. I just got the sample made in a 10 and I don't have the rest of the production yet. So what I've done is take the Fuchsia Shore trousers from before and just revamped them for 2024, just refined and edited them and changed the fabric. This is a beautiful wool blend fabric, and it really feels amazing, and it's a kind of fabric that you can wear all year round, maybe not in a heat wave, but generally in British summer. Another Fuchsia Shore staple that I literally could not keep in stock was this blazer. Let me show you actually. So it was this grey blazer. I definitely knew I wanted to do a blazer again, but this blazer, putting it on, it's really long. And whilst I still love I still love this blazer, the fabric in it, everything is just divine. I wore it to death and still love it. It's really long, it's really oversized. I felt like I needed to refine that. I also felt like the lapels on this blazer are just a little bit they could be stronger. So introducing the brown Fuchsia Shore blazer, new and improved for 2024. Let's try it on. I have been wearing this blazer all spring summer, ever since I got it. It's just that bit shorter, and I've also sharpened up the lapels, just made them a little bit bigger. We've still got the 3 front pockets and the internal breast pocket, which is my favorite one. Oh, useful hairbands, because it's just perfect for putting your phone in there. It's really practical blazer to wear. Okay, let's style it up. These mesh ballet flats, by the way, I got from H&M and I love them. They're really, really easy to style. Overall, I just feel like it's a gorgeous suit, gorgeous colour. Love the cut of the blazer. It's still boxy, but not too exaggerated. I originally got it sampled up in this colour here, and I don't know if you can tell, but to me, I just wasn't happy. This colour is lifeless to me. It just wasn't giving what I thought it should give, and I knew that I just had to knuckle down and find another fabric, and I'm so glad I did, because I just feel like this colour just has real depth and it was just way easier for me to style. I can't tell if it's warm or cool toned. People ask me, and I don't know. I do lean towards warm, so it would make sense for me if it was warm. This was actually the very first piece that I designed as part of this whole collection back in January. Well, from last year I knew I wanted a waistcoat top to be part of the collection, and back in January I designed this one. So it is in this beautiful buttermilk yellow colour. It is a linen blend fabric. It's really, really soft, and it is fully lined because the fabric itself is quite thin, so it needs that lining to give it a little bit of structure. As you guys on YouTube know, my qualm with lots of vest tops is that they don't cinch in at the waist, so I've added a slider at the back so you can have it tight or you can wear it a bit boxy. I personally love wearing it kind of like undone with only like one button done up, maybe one or two. I just like that sort of undone loose styling vibe, but you can wear them all done up for a more ladylike kind of finish. Really comfortable, just the perfect sort of summery top in this buttery yellow. So when I first thought of it, in my head I was leaning towards red, but I tried to find a red fabric that I liked and ended up getting it sampled in a couple of reds, and I hated both of them. Well, I didn't hate them, but like I like to be able to style up items loads and loads of different ways, and I found myself struggling. So this was the second red, which is my preferred red. I think it's a pretty colour, but I found it harder to style and feel like this colour worked out so much better. This was the first sample, and there's something about it that this fabric almost looks a bit worn, like it could be like a costume for a pirate. Anyway, not that that really matters, but this was the first sample, and it had some problems around the sort of neckline. It really wasn't sitting very flattering on like the shoulders and things like that, so we edited that a bit as well, and this is the final product. Buttery yellow top. Part of the DNA of the brand is matching sets, because I unashamedly love matching sets. So in the past we've had matching shirt and trouser sets classically, and I thought I want to bring this back, and I wanted to design a new one for 2024. So these trousers are part of the set, which I'll talk about first before putting on the shirt top. So they are this beautiful sort of linen fabric, and it's got this like little like brown flecks running through the grain, which made me just really fall in love with the fabric. I decided to keep them with a tailored waist, and we also have gotten rid of the elastic in the back of the trousers, which I know people love because it means the trousers fit them well, but I just felt like having a more polished finish better represents the brand. They're a little bit slimmer leg than the brown trousers, but still have the same front pleat and nice chunky waistband. They're just a beautiful lightweight fabric, something that's just easy to style and wear again and again, which is exactly what the brand is about. This is the Fuchsia Shore summer shirt set for 2024. And it is this short-sleeved matching shirt. I decided to have this contrast trim collar. I love the sort of contrast trim trend, but instead of making it black, I went for brown. I just love how it matches the brown flecks throughout the white linen fabric. It was a bit of a wild card, but I feel like it's worked. So this shirt cinches in at the waist with a tie, a removable tie at the back, because I wanted to add a little bit of shape to the whole silhouette, but I didn't want to necessarily have it like that all the time. I feel like it's much more wearable as a shirt when you don't have to have it tight. You can wear it loose and open, and sort of as a beach cover up, as a sort of shirt cover up over jeans or anything like that. And essentially what I did to create this set was took the, if you know Fuchsia Shore we used to have a silky kind of shirt set, and I took that and basically cut it up. So it is that reworked. It has got a hidden button placket down the front, which I feel like just gives it a more nicely finished front rather than having your buttons on show. And yeah, that is the Fuchsia Shore shirt and trouser set in cream and brown. And lastly, because I could not just have that set in one colour, it also comes in this beautiful navy colour. I just fell in love with this fabric. It's really, I wish you could feel it. It's really light and soft and linen-y, and just has a beautiful sort of texture and feel to it. Just feels really nice against the skin, really nice to wear. And yeah, I love the silhouette of this in blue without the contrast trim as well. Just this gorgeous colour, and it pairs so well with brown, which I've loved styling recently. I feel like you could dress this up, dress this down, wear it for lots of various different occasions. It's comfortable, it's casual, it makes you look quite put together, and it's just the kind of thing that I love to wear in summer. But I am super intrigued to hear your thoughts, whether you like any of these pieces. Yeah, what do you think? What did you expect or not expect? I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know your thoughts on the collection. I really hope you like it. If you like any of the pieces, let me know which, why. It launches on the 26th. I'll include prices either down below or on screen in this video. Set your reminders over on Instagram, where I'm doing lots of like Q&As and talking about sizing and all that kind of thing, if you're interested. But if not, I hope you just enjoyed this video regardless. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any sort of video requests for YouTube, please let me know. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.